Hello my friends, I am Hondo, and welcome to our scenarios for Railroad Tycoon 3. It's been a few days since I've tried one of these, so I figured it would be time to go ahead and try another one. So let's pop in and pick the next one. So I've already done Tex-Mex and Spanish Mainline, so today we're going to be trying Southern Pacific. And apparently a very hard mission. Excellent. Okay. It's picked 5 players for us. That seems legit. I'll leave it on medium, and let's get going. So I wonder what makes this one particularly hard. Usually when they say they're particularly hard, either that means the cargoes are not worth as much as normal, or the area you're building in is really mountainous or something like that, something that makes it artificially harder, or maybe you have limited track or something. Those are the kind of things it usually does to try and artificially inflate the difficulty. But we'll see what we're running up against this time. Okay, so I'll leave this on the screen so people who are interested can pause and read it, because I'm not generally interested in this kind of flavor text. Thing that jumps out at my eyes right away is this line here, where basically I'm going from LA to El Paso. Fair enough. So yeah, LA to El Paso, and it looks like the differences between the metals is just how long we get. So I have to do it by 1880 regardless, trying to do it by 76, hopefully by 72. I must start in LA. Ew, I don't like this. I realize why they do this. It's so I don't cheat and, go off to a more easy to build area and make a lot of money. But the main reason I don't like this, though, is, for example, especially in a very mountainous area, sometimes it's very difficult to line up a track so it actually connects. Whereas if you can then start it from the destination and work your way back, sometimes just being able to see it from the other angle makes it a lot easier. So I foresee a lot of times where I'm in the builder and we'll have to be hitting undo and trying to find, that one pixel where it goes. So that might be kind of annoying. And yeah, limited track. So, okay, I can see this one being difficult. Let's go ahead and orient to the north here a little bit. Okay, so we must start here in LA, and oh, they've actually already got a station and a tiny bit of track for us. Isn't that nice? We probably don't have access rights down here in Mexico, I would guess. No, we don't, and they want $1 million for that. I don't see that happening. Okay. So we have LA as a 2-star city. There is San Diego as a 2-star nearby, although they are pretty close together, so I'm not sure. And I don't see any ports or anything, so I don't know that we're going to get a lot of money making this route, so I may not do that right away. Even though it looks like it's kind of an easy one, I don't think it's going to be very helpful. So we might come back to that later, and obviously connecting Mission Viejo, or however you pronounce that, a half-star city, that is not really meaningful. Up here we have Bakersfield up in these mountains, another 2-star city. Okay, if we can get out here, it's Mexicali and Yuma that are both decent, as well as a couple small cities. So it's just going to be a case of getting through this mountain. But I wonder if it's going to be easier to try and carve through this way, up this way, or to actually just come up around and try and come through here or something. Yeah, I foresee a lot of laying and undoing of track. I think actually what I might want to do right off the bat, because like I say, the only route I can see being able to buy in one shot would be to here, and I don't think that's going to be very profitable. I think what I'm going to do after I milk the shareholders, like we always do, because I'm almost certainly only going to be able to get one loan, and it's going to be terrible. I think I'm just going to take this money and find some industries. Give us a good economic base to start working from. So let's find maybe some produce or grain or something, just to give us something to work from. Having some decent income will really help later when we're trying to build this very expensive track. Someone up here. Okay, that looks like a good investment. We'll take that. And what else we got? Let's look for maybe some sheep farms. There's usually quite a few of those. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's a decent investment. Not great, but not bad. Yeah, so a couple more down here. Okay, that looks pretty good. And maybe this coffee farm. That looks pretty good. Excellent. So we're pretty much out of money, so that's fine. You can see all the computer opponents have already laid a bunch of track. They probably got to start with that track for free if I had to guess, because usually until you actually start the game, the computer AI doesn't do anything. So my guess is they got to start with this track for free, must be nice. So they'll be able to run some very profitable trains and then expand from there. Yeah, just being out here, where it's all nice and flat and there's 3.5-star cities. That's great. So what do I have to work with? Oh, well, I just have to cross, this entire mountain chain. Anyway, well, I guess if we can get to Phoenix, that would be a good place. And then I guess from there it's just a grind to get down to El Paso. Either way, I foresee this one being accurate when it said it was a very tough mission. Well, if I can pull a bronze, I will consider that a win. I'm not really going to be pushing towards silver or gold. If I happen to get them, great, but I am not expecting it. Anyway, there was nothing about personal wealth, so not even going to remotely bother looking at any of this. I couldn't care less how the character does, so I'm going to skip that. And the only thing that I'm going to be worrying about for now is this screen when I milk the shareholders every year, and this screen to make sure that we're doing okay. So let's get cracking. Oil wells are generally quite good, and if you can get them before the price skyrockets, they're even better. I'm going to extend that one loan because I think this will end up being worth it. Like I say, oil wells generally always are very good investments, and because it hasn't run anything yet, it's at the lowest price it's ever going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. As long as this ends up being generally anything over 32k by year end, then it was worth it, and I can tell for sure it's going to be. I mean, if it already hit 10k in the first month, then yeah, this is definitely going to be a worthwhile investment. Absolutely worth extending that loan for. May even just go back and cash it right back in as soon as I get back to 510, but I can see already that this was absolutely a worthwhile investment. Excellent. The buildings that pop in and out are random, just as the actual industry is already on the map, so getting lucky and getting an oil well right off the bat, I think that's a good sign. Oh yeah, this is definitely, because this would probably cost about 700,000 if I were to try and buy it now. Obviously, I'm not going to, because I've already bought it, but it might even be more like a mil, because this is probably going to hit about 100k by year's end, so definitely good to get in on the ground floor while it's still really, really, really cheap. Let me see if there's any other oil wells on the map, then we can get an idea. There may not be. Yeah, I don't see any others. Just so I could give you guys an idea of just how profitable those generally are, or excuse me, how expensive they normally are if they've been running for a while. Okay, so they're happy with me. That'll just tell me what year I've got till. No big deal. And let's go and milk the shareholders because I can, and they are powerless to stop me. And with that, I will pay off this. Because right now it could give me another 11. I'm going to pay off their current 11. No, it wasn't enough. Sometimes that's enough to bring you up in the credit rating, enough that they could re-extend you at a lower cost. So sometimes it's even worth just taking a loan to pay off another one, just to reduce your interest rate, but still keep the actual loan. But either way, let's go back and we'll keep going here. And we'll keep looking for things that are worthwhile investments. So I'm kind of treating this one almost like an industry goal mission, even though it isn't. Just because that's going to give us a good solid financial base to work from. So I'm going to just buzz around the map a bit here and look for things that look like they're really good investments. And ideally ones that I don't have to extend a loan for, but if I see one that's incredible, then I will do it. So far these are all just pretty average, so I wouldn't bother extending a loan for them. No, it actually looks kind of bad, actually. Wonder why that isn't doing so well. Oh, because they just haven't gotten to where they're going to be going. So this one actually will probably pick up a bit, so I will actually take it. Because I think it is going to improve, so I'll take it. Even though it's not a great immediate investment. Now the economy is getting better, which is good, we'll make more money, but it also will mean that the cost for these industries is going to go up, so it'll be harder to find a good deal. They'll still happen, it'll just be harder to find them. Which is okay, I don't mind. Bargains are out there, I will find them. And they're still mostly okay with me, which is nice, despite the fact that I'm milking their shareholders dry. But anyway, yeah, our ratings improve. We can now get 9% loans, which is nice. I'm not at a point where I think we need them yet, but I'm surprised to see a cotton farm doing so poorly. Again, unless it's cargo. Oh, it's heavily serviced already. That's why. But these other ones that are near should be much better. Yeah, that's doing well. That's doing really well. So let's see if we can buy this slightly less expensive one before the price goes up too much. You can see the price is just ticking up because the economy is doing well. But I still think it's going to be worthwhile in the 370, 380 range. I don't think I want to go any higher than 380, but 370 or 380 would be fine. Yeah, it's ticked up to 390. I might not be able to get it for 380. But we'll see. Just have to wait for my money to tick up to have it anyway, so we have some time to let it go. Okay. There we go. We got it for 380, so that's fine. It's not a huge deal, but why not save 10 grand when you can? Oh, I don't see me buying that anytime soon. Although, that is actually... I'm just going to pause for a second here. One of these, at that profit rating, should cost about 1.7, and they only want 1.1. I just don't know if they'll extend me 3 loans with my credit rating of triple B. They might give me 2, but I can't see them giving me 3, so I may not be able to get this. Unless I can come up with the other 100 myself quickly enough before they notice the price and increase it. Although I am about to milk the shareholders. Ah, see, they figured it out, and the price has gone up quite a bit. Oh well, that's okay. And my credit rating's gone up a tiny bit too, and that's also nice. Oh, right. That hit a little bit, and a little bit more. Okay. Well, we'll look somewhere else. See if we can find something good. Again, that's very expensive. Already owned. What is that? A little ranch. That's not a terrible investment. If I can come up with the other 300, that might be worth 2 loans. See, the price hasn't. Now the price has gone up. Then it went back down, so it's hovering. So now's a good time to jump in and grab that if we can. Let's see if they will give me 2. Well, they will. And they're both at 8, so that's not bad. Actually, I guess it's 3 because I have to pay for a fee to get the loan, but that's alright. So with all those at 8%, I'm basically paying, what would that be, 40, about 120k. So this basically will pay for all those loans, plus a little bit. So it's definitely worthwhile, and I have most of that, the next one back, because I only really needed that loan for just a tiny bit. So I might as well try and find something relatively cheap, 300-400 thou, and invest in it. Clearly not that one. That's just a house. Steel mill. There must not be any iron or coal around here. Yeah, there's no coal around here at all, or iron. So this is never going to be a good investment. I'll move on. What else have we got? That's just a construction firm. You can't buy those. Weapons factory also wants steel, so that's no good. Brewery. Is there... Nope, there's no grain nearby, so that's not a good investment. Cattle ranch. This would be okay. Well, if they'll give me one more loan, it's worth it. Let's see if they'll give me one. Well, it's at 9%, but I think it'll still be okay. Because that's basically paying 45k, so that easily will be covered. No problem. There we go. Excellent. So now we'll just let... Okay, great. That'll be a while before I care about that. Just watch the money tick up here a bit. And then when I get up enough, I'll start chipping away the loans here. Because what I'd like to do... Oh, it's a new train, that's fine. What I'd like to do is when I go to actually start building the rail out here, I'll probably have to extend loans, but I'd really like them to be more like 5 or 6%. 8 or 9% I don't mind taking out to buy an industry because I know it's profitable immediately. But a train out here, I'm not sure if it's going to be. So I really want to be a lower percentage. That's really, really important. And we are an even stronger economy. Okay. That just basically lowered the crime rate for us. Although our credit rating kind of sucks, so they won't do anything about it. But on the upside, that means the share price has gone up because everyone's all optimistic about the economy. Which means the next time I go to issue stock, in sometime in January, if the economy is still like that, that'll be a lot more money. So that's good. Good times. Yep, so the stock split, so the shareholders must be happy with me. Fantastic. And see, yeah, that's because we only got about 60 last time, now we're getting 90. So this is good. That's enough to pay off. See, we can get 8s now. If I pay off this 9, now we can get 6s. I might even just extend a few 6s to pay off these 8s. In fact, I think I will. So I'll take a 6 to pay an 8. I'll take another 6 to pay an 8. And another 6 to pay an 8. And now they'll still give me 6s. And I'm paying effectively 10k a year less on every single one of these. And that's good. Okay. Oh, oops, forgot about that. There's no reason whatsoever to be paying a dividend because we do not have any personal wealth missions, and I couldn't care less what the shareholders think of me. It's the short answer. Probably shouldn't say that in the board meeting, but that's the reality. A lumber mill. Let's see if this will be worthwhile. So it wants logs, and, well, there are sources of logs nearby. Will anyone want the lumber output? Yes, they will. So I'm going to go ahead and try and buy this. It's a mill. I think it's going to be worth it, though, because this one, it's going to take a while to get profitable, because we have to wait for wood to get up here, but I think it's going to be worthwhile, so I am going to go ahead and buy this. And I think this will be worth basically a 6.5% loan to do it. Like I say, it may take a bit for the wood to get up here, but once it does, then that will help. That could even come from over here for all I know, but anyway. Do have to wait for, basically, these need to provide enough incentive for the price to change, and then that will make the wood start to flow. So like I say, it will take a little while, but I think it's going to end up being worthwhile overall, once it's had some time. Which is the upgrade, 845, okay. And once that's going, we'll upgrade it, and then it'll be worth a lot more. Okay. Excellent. So let the money continue to click in. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take. but I saw that the amount had already changed, so that's good. Let's go quickly milk our shareholders, because there's no reason they should have money when they can be giving it to me. Excellent. And with that, that pays off when that 7%er. Fantastic. Okay. Just in case, for anyone who's not terribly familiar with the game or didn't understand what I said a minute ago about getting wood up here, even if you don't build any trains or anything yourself, the people that live like in the land, I think they're called tycoonatrons, they will move cargo themselves, slowly, but they'll move it, but they'll only do it if it's profitable. So you see right now, if I hover anywhere around here, the price of logs is basically $1 or less. So they're going to try and get rid of it by finding a spot, say here, where it's worth now $7, because this is making some demand. So now people that live here can think, oh, well, I've got all this wood. If I just, throw a bunch in a wheelbarrow and haul it up here, or throw some on a raft and sail it up here, I can make some good money off of that. So if I give them some time, you're going to see all these little tiny, they look like little tiny rail wagons themselves. That's basically loads of cargo. Given time, they will start to shift slowly, but it is a very slow process. So, but we'll give them some time, let a few months roll by. And as long as the price here is lower than the price here, they will be incentivized to haul it. And you can see the price here just keeps ticking slowly up, because my lumber mill is demanding logs that it just doesn't have. So the more the price discrepancy you get, the more keen these people will be to haul stuff over. Like right now, they don't really want to haul it anywhere but here, and that's could only be a good thing for me. If there was something else, say down here, that also was looking for logs, they might be trying to pull them down this way, and that would be no good for me. But this is the only thing nearby that's demanding. So these people will slowly start to haul those over. Let me quickly zip over and sell off one of our loans, because I don't need it. We're up to AAA. But the economy's worse, the interest rate's a little bit worse, but that's okay. That I don't mind. We are making decent money, and that is a good thing. Let's grab that again so we can keep an eye on this cargo. You see how it's slowly, and like I said, that took a whole year. Like it's a very slow process, but yes, you're annoyed. I know, go away. But now they are shifting goods this way. They're trying to get to the river, because rivers are slightly easier and a little bit faster. Not fast enough to go like this way to it, but enough at least to get it going. And once these start arriving, then my factory will kick in, and at that point I'll probably want to do an upgrade on it. But first, let us milk the shareholders again, because tis the season. There we go. There's a good 260k for free. Nothing wrong with that. And at this point, I'd like to just continue to keep an eye on the flow of logs here. See, like this here, it's just fractional loads, but even if it's just a fractional load arrives, you can even see the color that indicates the price, because the price now is what's considered, low but decent, which is that yellowish color, whereas all around it's all red, because it's a terrible price. Because what basically that means is that, so this logging camp has been here for ages, but nobody's wanted its goods. So the price of logs had just plummeted down to nothing, basically. They're worth pennies. Whereas now, there's actually something that demands it, so now there's some value. And you can see the first bit of logs are going to start arriving, so soon we're going to start, there it is, we're going to see stuff starting to happen. And the economy is slowing, that's fine. So we'll give that a bit more time. And we're going to start seeing, once more and more of this starts arriving, it'll be pretty steady. Right now they can only produce up to 5. I'm going to upgrade that shortly, so that they can do a little bit better. But first I'm going to spend that money buying back bonds, so we don't pay the interest on them. I don't like interest. If you're watching my OpenTTD Season 2 game, you'll know exactly why I say I don't like interest. It is brutal. Yes, yes, you're annoyed with me. Thank you. Go away. And pause, and we'll go milk the shareholders once again. Nope, not quite yet. Soon. There we go. For another free 270k, which is enough to buy off yet another loan. Excellent. So now we're starting to do much, much better. We'll be paying less and less interest. That is a good thing. Alright, and our lumber mill is now receiving just enough goods to start turning a small profit. And you'll see what it's producing, these lumber units. It looks like they're trying to send them south. I'm not sure why that is. I didn't see, unless maybe down to here. Maybe they're just trying to get to the river to go down here. But either way, they've just started producing, so there's not enough of them to really get an idea for where they're going. But that's okay. Yeah, okay, they're heading for the river. I can see what they're doing now. Okay, excellent. And more of these are... Yeah, this is now flowing steadily to us. It's bringing all the production over, which is excellent. What is that actual logging camp? There it is. I think now that it's profitable, I think I'm going to buy it. And two of the computer players connected their routes. How nice for them. Because now that this logging camp is definitely profitable, since it has something to do, I may as well own it. Seems like the simplest way. Anyway. Yep, and this is now not even running at full capacity. It's already making 150k a year. And it's not even running at its full 5. Actually, I'm not sure if I should be upgrading this. But this is, I think, the only logging camp nearby. I should check that real quick. Because this only produces a small amount. Oh no, there's another one over here. Okay. What I was worrying about was if I go ahead and upgrade that, and there may not be enough actual input. Yes, it could produce more, but unless it's actually receiving enough raw goods in, it still won't. But anyway. Yes, they're okay. Still got plenty of time. Well, I don't have plenty of time for gold, but I still have plenty of time for bronze. And I will be happy enough with the bronze, don't worry about that. Right, okay, let's go ahead and milk the shareholders again. Because they are my cash cow. When there's free money to be had, let's have it. And we'll get that last loan paid off. There we go. We are now debt-free and making a decent pile of money year over year. Excellent. Alright. Now, I guess that means we can go and start actually thinking about building some trains. We're only halfway through the mission. I guess we can start building trains. Anyway. But as I was mentioning earlier, I think for now I'm going to skip this part and just go up and around. So I think I'm actually going to try and connect Bakersfield first. I just want to get a ballpark idea of how much this is going to be. Approximately. I realize this is a terrible track and that the trains are going to be brutal slow. I probably actually also want to reduce these. It'll mean the tracks are worse, but they'll be a lot cheaper. And at this point, that's more important. I know I won't be able to complete this. I'm just trying to get an idea. Okay, so about another mill. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to just let that run. I don't want to extend debt to do that yet. Because the economy is terrible. Even with a great rating, we still only get 9% bonds. So I think I'd rather just wait for a little bit. We'll rack in some money off all those industries. And we can probably do it either without a bond or just a very small number of them. And that'll be a lot better. because I really, really, really don't like interest. Okay, so they're okay with me. That's fine. Take the clock along a bit, and let's go check on this. Nope. So I really do wish it would tell you what day of the month it was. Then you would know if you were close to that time or not. Okay, that probably will be enough to get us over to Bakersfield. I'm going to go in really short hops here and try to find a relatively nice path, but I don't imagine it's going to be all that good, regardless of how short a jump I do at a time here. Oh, this is going to be terrible. If it'll even go. Over these horrible, horrible, horrible mountains. I don't know how close exactly I have to get in order to fit a station in here. Nope. Even with a large station, that doesn't count as connecting Bakersfield. Yuck. Okay, let's get a little bit closer if we can. Not sure how helpful that one square. Oh my. That one single pixel was enough to just get Bakersfield. Wow. Okay, so we'll have to take out a bond. Oh. Right, more track. Excellent, thank you. We'll have to take out a bond just to build the actual train itself and get the maintenance stations and all that, because we're definitely going to want those. And let's see about getting us an actual train. Alright, so we have massive, massive grades, so I really want to be only focusing down here and mentally cutting that by about half. Okay, so we definitely don't want the Norris. That will basically never make it. The American is not very good. So it looks like it's going to be the consolidation. It's far more expensive than the American, but at least we'll make some progress. So, alright, consolidation it is. How did we do? Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, and we are off. Just going to hover that there so we can keep an eye on the speed. Especially when we get to those brutal hills. But I do suspect that this is going to be a very slow climb. I'm quite surprised the train can even climb a grade that steep, regardless of how slow it's going. I'm surprised that's even physically possible. I mean, that looks like about 20, 25 degrees. There's no way it should be able to get up that. Wow. Well, at least on the way back, it'll be a little bit better. See how we do in terms of cargo on the way back. Not so good, just some passengers and not very much. Alright, well, so be it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and try and get... Oh, I might need an extra service. I think I'm going to plunk an extra... Just the... Not a maintenance bay, but just the sand tower up on this side. Somewhere, say there. Just because I noticed it ran out of sand before it even got back to here, so... Alright, well, let's try to now connect... I'm just wondering if I should go Ridgecrest, then down to Barstow and over, or Ridgecrest to Henderson, or just leave that and then go from LA to Banning. Basically just make this the end of the line instead of this. I'm not sure. Or if Bakersfield is far enough away from San Diego that it would then become a decent route. I don't know. I just don't know. I think I'm going to try and get to Banning. Let's see how that goes. Come on, find a path through. Thank you. Yeah, this is the part that's going to be a bit brutal. Alright, well that at least got us there. We'll wait for some industry profit to buy us the station and all that. Because I don't really want to take another loan. I will definitely at least plunk down somewhere over here the facilities for it. Let's see how big this needs to be. Do I seriously need another large station? Yeah, these cities in the hills, even though they're very tiny, they take up a lot of geographical space. So you need large stations, even though they're very, very tiny spots. Anyway, it was just the beginning of February. I did it last time. So I should be able now to milk them again. Not quite yet. Okay. There we go. Nearly 400k. That'll work. Alright. I'm having trouble getting back out from where I built that. So that's not good. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm getting... Oh, I thought I saw a spot there. This is what I was mentioning at the beginning of the video. This is going to be very frustrating. Okay, so I can get out from there. I'm not actually going to build that yet. But at least I know I can get out from there. That's the important part. Go ahead and plunk. Seriously? Okay, so if I get the right spot, a medium will work. That saves me a good 100k. And there we go. Bit more track. And let's get another train. And again, the grades are terrible, so we're going to have to go with another consolidation class. And it has absolutely nothing to send. That is not a good sign. Let's hope at least has something on the way back. Otherwise, that was a complete waste. Okay. So it's got stuff to come back this way, so that's not so bad. Well, if it's only ever profitable one way, that's not ideal. So when I connect the next station over, I'll probably just use this same train and just extend the route, rather than having another short jump train. Probably. Oh, what a mess that is. What a mess. Anyway. See if you have anything at all you can... Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing to haul back. Alright, well, I guess we're going to come down, carve the rest of the way through, and try and get to Palm Springs as the next destination spot. Okay, that'll do. I'll just wait for some industry profit. And then I'll just take that same train and have it go both to Banning and Palm Springs rather than making a separate train just between Banning and Palm Springs. So the one train will do all three of these, and that'll be better. Because this train here is certainly not really struggling. Yeah, it's very little now even coming this way, so... Alright, let's get this a little bit further on. And I'm definitely not getting gold, that's for sure. I'm not connecting to El Paso in the next month. That I can absolutely guarantee you. That's okay. That's okay. I guess what I could do, if I bought some shares even though I don't care about, personal wealth, that would temporarily drive the share price up, which in turn means when I do milk the stockholders, it should be worth a little bit more, because the share price will be a couple bucks higher. Yeah, okay, that works. Excellent. I think I'm going to use some of this, even though I really like to continue. I don't really like having this 9% loan going. Even 7s are bad, but I'd rather just do it without having any interest at all, if we can do it. Nope, nothing there. Alright, well, at least got us 2 here. Can't afford the station yet, but at least got us 2 here. Then I'll definitely need at least a sand tower on this side, if not both sand and maintenance. Can I get a small... Yeah, I think I can just do a small one here, because that's a very tiny city. So let's add a sand tower there, and now let's find... Yes, thank you. Where is that train on this side? There we are, I can see your smoke. Okay, so this is going to go Banning to Los Angeles to Palm Springs, and then back to LA, so it can then go LA to Banning. And I think that will work. And hopefully it'll actually have some stuff to do. Because this trip it's on right now is absolutely worthless. This one is almost completely worthless, just the tiniest bit of passenger traffic. Let's see if Palm Springs can get us anything. A tiny bit of coal. Not quite what I was hoping for, to be honest. But a convoluted, messy route. Anyway. See if you at least have something to take back. Well, some passenger traffic. For a decent amount. Again, not really as high as I was hoping, but decent at least. Alright, so do I go through Desert Center to Blythe? Desert Center to Mexicali, or just go straight to Mexicali? Yuma's definitely the strongest one of the ones here, so it's just a case of do I want to come down into the right, or do I want to go down like this, or do I want to make a circle and have it hit all of them? I'm not sure. Yes, you're annoyed. I don't care. Go away. Which way do I think would work out best? I think, well, that's only a half, not even a half a city. That's a half star, that's one full. I think I'm just going to go to Mexicali to Yuma. I think that's the plan. But first I need to milk the shareholders. So let's go ahead and put myself in just the tiniest bit of personal debt in order to make just that little bit more over here. Would really like a day of the month, or at least a thing showing you when it's available. Anyway, alright, let's get, come on. Am I missing the, or is there, oh, I'm stuck on a building. Come on. Might be easier for people who are actually able to see, but I can't see those little tiny buildings, so I never know what's happening. It just looks to me like it's just not building, and that's really annoying. Alright, so that's those. Now we need some stations. I think mediums will do for this area. I might give you a large, actually. If it'll sit somewhere. Yeah, that'll work. And we'll put in... So I'm basically just going to have these two connecting to Palm Springs, because I have that other train going from Palm Springs. So I really just need sand and oil here somewhere, and that will do. And then a train connecting these three cities together, and again, it'll be a consolidation class. And, oh, that's decent. Now it should give me both for Mexicali and for Yuma. There we go. Excellent. Alright. I probably could have gotten away with a cheaper train on this route, because this actually is fairly flat here. But it's okay. Oh, excuse me. Doesn't make too much difference. Now, it's going to be a pretty decent pile, isn't it? And that means Palm Springs will have more cargo, so its next train back out towards LA. Another neat train, look at that after. Its next train back out towards Los Angeles will be that much better. So by not only having this train, which is itself fairly profitable, it helps make this train over here more profitable. And that may mean it's time now to connect LA down to San Diego. Yeah, I think I will. I'll connect Mission Viejo as well, just for the extra track. Because even these little tiny cities were giving about 50 pieces, I think, so whenever I get to San Diego, will probably pay for that amount of track, and then connecting Mission Viejo will itself probably add me a little bit more. So, and this shouldn't be too expensive or difficult because the train doesn't look too bad here. Well, it's a little more expensive than what I had, but that's all right. We're almost there. And this extra little bit of traffic will help LA as well, which in turn will help both of its other trains. So they all become better and better. Mostly passenger traffic, actually. Because the more cities you have connected, the better your passenger traffic is. Because people will want to go further and further. Which makes sense. So let's go ahead and just connect that in there somewhere. Or not. Connect that about there somewhere. Thank you. And we'll just plunk down a small station for Mission Viejo. Because it really is just a... I mean, I'll have the train connect to it, but I don't think it's ever really going to accomplish much for us. And I'd like a large station here in San Diego, so we're waiting. Okay. So in mid-February, I'll milk the shareholders, and that will buy us our station and our train. Come on. There we go. Excellent. Wow, will it ever? Okay. So that's our humongous station. We'll put some maintenance facilities up here somewhere. Sure, whatever, doesn't really matter. And we'll have our little train doing something like that. Now, Duke or consolidation? It still looks like the consolidation's better. So, consolidation it is. Yep, so that 250 for San Diego, and I'm thinking probably 50 for Mission Viejo. So, that will be alright. Alright, so now we need to start continuing to push, because at some point we still do have to get all the way over here to El Paso. Really not even close. But I think the next big one we're shooting for will be Phoenix. And I'm quite sure that's not going to get us to Phoenix. How bad's the interest these days? It's not bad at all. Okay, let's make a push for Phoenix. There should be no problem to get to Phoenix with that. Okay. Assuming, of course, we can get out of Yuma. Come on. Find a spot. That is so frustrating. Alright. Forget it, we'll come out of Yuma a different way. Come on, this is so annoying. Thank you. Okay. At this point, I guess I probably could go through Blythe. In fact, I might, just for the track bonus. I'm also going to do just a little tiny offshoot. I'm not even going to service the station. But I'm going to plunk down a little one here, just to have officially connected Desert Center. Just for the extra track. And same with Blythe, I'm not even going to bother actually putting a train through them, but just giving them a station gives me track. There you go. Okay. I guess now we're going to head down here to Gila Bend, and then onwards to Phoenix. I don't know if that's Gila or Gila, I don't know. I'm not that familiar with geography, so... Oh, track. Thank you. Thank you. Zip up here into Phoenix proper. I want to make sure I can get back out, so I'm going to actually overshoot it. Phoenix is a nice large city, so I am going to actually have a train going through it. Probably Phoenix, Gila, Blythe, maybe even done to Yuma. That way, yeah, okay. In fact, I think this Yuma, Mexicali, Palm Springs train, I'm going to add Desert Center to it, just in case. I mean, it's not going to accomplish much, but we may as well have it. Assuming I can find the thing. Is that this one here? Yes, it is. Okay. So, right after Mexicali, but before Palm Springs, let's add in, if I can see it, not Blythe, but Desert Center. Come on. There. Excellent. And now we'll add a new train, and it will go through Blythe to Yuma. And it's a consolidation. Off it goes. Fantastic. Alright, so we still have plenty of money. I think it's time to head down towards... Should I go down to Tucson or over and through to Silver City? I think down to Tucson will be better. Because Tucson's also a fairly large city, so... I want to make sure I can get out. There. Alright. Big station for you, your own water and oil. There we go. I think Tucson to Phoenix is probably... Oh, I could get down to Nogales, or Nogales, or whatever that's pronounced. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name of a city you are aware of, the proper pronunciation of. I'm sorry, but I do not. This is a pretty small one, so I think a medium will do it. And we'll just give it water. And we'll just do a Phoenix, Tucson, and Nogales route. Also consolidation. There we go. Now these trains are starting to make us some actual money. I don't see a point in adding in Mexico. Now, if, for example, and I know this isn't good geography, but if, for example, down here, this was all flat across here, and I could then, come down around and back up, then absolutely it would be worth it. The way it is now, since it's all mountains too, there's no point, and I'm not going to bother. So my next big push, I guess, is to Douglas. How are we in terms of... No, they want to go up to 7s. I don't want to pay 7s. So I'm just going to wait and let some of those new trains start making me some money. In fact, I think I'm even going to pay off the 7 because I've considered that just a little bit too high. 6 I'm okay with, obviously 5 I'm okay with. 7 is really my limit. What did I have to for silver? Ooh, if I push, I might make silver. It's going to be close because we're almost there. No. Still have... You have until the end of the year, it mentioned, so I basically have a year and a half. If I take out enough loans, I might be able to do this. So I might take out some higher interest loans and try and see if I can't pull a silver. That would be good. I'm just waiting for the year to end so I can milk the shareholders, and then we're going to make one last push. I may not even bother buying a train for it. I think I'm seriously just going to push to El Paso and be done. So I would like a silver if I could. I consider that very good. I knew gold was not going to happen on a mission that specifically said it was really hard, but I would be happy with a silver. Well, they're even ready to go back to 6s for me. That's good. That is very good. So somewhere around mid-February, and I'm even going to artificially boost the value of these for a bit. Come on. Was it really into March? I guess so. That's fine. This is the last year of that anyway. Now we take as many of these as they will give me. Even if I go down to a C rating, I don't care. We take as many of them as they will give me. And we are pushing to El Paso. I think that should do it. So through here or down here. That doesn't make a huge difference. I think we'll go down this side. Nope. Can't get through that little mountain. In fact, I think I might even be willing to do it this way, even though it'll cost far more. Just to make sure we can actually make it. Yeah, with all those loans I took, we are going to make it. Fantastic. We have to come up. We don't have rights in Mexico. I suppose I could buy them, but I really don't see a point. May not have enough track. I may have to zip back here briefly and connect Douglas for another bit of rail. And that should get us across the river here. Come on. Spot to put the actual station. Nice big station there. Victory. Oh, what is this? New metal conditions. Wow, okay. Never seen it do something like this before. LA to Wichita 484. Wichita and New Orleans. And have the highest company book value. Well, that's not very nice what it just did to me there. Alright, well I guess I definitely will be actually putting in some trains because we're going to need something making us some money back from all these loans I took. Let's put another one over here somewhere. And let's get a train going. El Paso, Douglas, Tucson. Consolidation, go. Oh, very nice. Okay, so it wants me to connect to New Orleans, which is way over here. Although I could probably use some of their track. In fact, I'm going to have to because that's already connected by another station. I hope I don't have to buy them out or something, like do a hostile takeover. But if I can connect even to Lake Charles or Alexandria, they've got the rest of the way to New Orleans, so that's good. Okay. Wow, okay. So, what was the other? Was it Wichita? Was the other one? I've forgotten now. Yeah, Wichita. Okay. Apparently there's a booming beef market up here somewhere. I will take their word for it. So, how do I get there? Well, if I connect to Hobbs or Odessa, that gets me to Lubbock or Amarillo, at which point I may connect there. So maybe I'll go up through Carlsbad to Hobbs. I think that's the next hop for us here. Come on, get across, thank you. Then you're stuck. Awesome. Okay, come on. There you go. Let's get a station, probably a medium will do. Plus some maintenance. Okay, there's Carlsbad. Alright, now what I'm hoping is that these competitors will actually start using my tracks and then they'll start paying me for it, which would be nice. I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not, but that's what I'm hoping. I really hope I don't have to do it this way though, that's going to be a bear. Yeah, some of these are going to be very difficult if I have to do it that way. Anyway. Here, now I was trying to get to Wichita, which is over here. Guess we can go from Lubbock. Maybe. So you'll see that that's there, but you won't let me... So that counts as connected, but you won't let me actually branch off from it. I don't think I understand what's happening here. Okay. Can I build off of... No, I really can't build off of their track. I don't entirely know how to get going here then, without duplicating all their track, which seems like a huge waste to me. I can't just, start over here and build backwards, because that'd be way too easy. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's this guy here, the Chicago Rock Island. Yeah, it says we have to strike deals with the competitors, but I don't know what it means by, like, how to actually do that. But I certainly don't want to do it that way. I can't imagine it means, just buying stock in them or something. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So how precisely does one do that? Well, I guess for right now I'll go and repay some of these extra loans, the really, really bad ones, while I try and figure out what to do. Okay. I wasn't to where we were already connected there. Guess I could be wrong, but I was not aware of that. I'm sure some of you are aware of what's going on and may be yelling at your monitors, but sadly, I can't hear you. Oh, I was looking at Wichita Falls, not Wichita itself. Stupid. Okay, that makes sense. So I am in fact connected to it, which theoretically means I should already have the bronze metal connection. So now we just need to get to New Orleans, which basically means connecting these guys to these guys, and then to these guys. So, can I in any way or shape or form? No, I'm just not allowed to add any more rail. Huh. So how does one do that? So basically, unless I basically have to get my way over to Lake Charles, I mean, I guess I could do. Come all the way down here, all the way across there. That'd be brutal, but I could do it. Now, in the meantime, I guess I should at least get a train running on that new one I just built. Get some money flowing for that. No reason not to. Oh, did I remember? Okay, I did. Good. Thought for a second I forgot to milk them this year. That wouldn't have been any fun. That is an incredible hill. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Not too bad, not too bad. See how it goes on the way back, but it paid some decent money on the way in, so that's pretty good. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that will be good. Okay, I'm totally okay with that, so this route's definitely worth having. So how, though, do I convince them to connect to each other? Short of, obviously, buying them out. Really don't want to have to do. But if I do have to do it, how bad will it be? Brutal, brutal, or brutal, I say. Yeah, this is just not happening. These are the only two I'd even think I'd have a shot at, and even then, brutal. Now, which one is this one? Okay, so that's the Galveston one. Is that one of the ones? No, not one of the ones that was relatively easy. Okay. What about this one? Because if I own this, I think I should be allowed to connect to it. Which one is this? It's the yellow flag. So that is the Texas and Pacific, which is also not one of the ones I have a shot at. Okay, so I really only have a shot at Atchison and Denver. So basically these two. Okay. Is that actually helpful in any way? Probably not, but anyway. So if there's some way of telling them, encouraging them to build in a certain direction, then, maybe that'd be worthwhile, but just trusting them to build that way on their own doesn't seem like a great plan to me. So I really have no reason to assume that they will build in the right direction. They certainly don't normally do what I want them to do, generally speaking. So, let's do this the easy way. Okay, so here is one of the ones I could buy out. So they basically have Trinidad, Alamosa to Durango, which is way up here and completely not helpful. Okay, the other one I have a shot at would be this one, which basically is Clayton, Raton, Springer, down to Santa Fe and Albuquerque. So definitely closer, but still not really that helpful. Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, let's keep the timer going. Maybe it is time to give myself a dividend and start seriously considering buying out stock in these other fools. I'll buy out stock in myself first just so my dividend has more impact. Ultimately, I think that is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to buy out and then have enough money to hostile takeover. See, the way it words it, though, it says, you should be coming to an agreement with them. Well, I'd love to, but I don't know what button you push to do that. You can get details on them, but there's nothing about, sign an agreement or issue contract or anything like that, So it's kind of crazy. But maybe I do just have to bite the bullet and, get all the way down here myself. That will not be pleasant, but maybe that's what I have to do. I'm already up to Carlsbad and Hobbs, so I guess coming down here... Oh. Government's offering land grants for 75 for... No, thank you. That's brutally expensive. Brutal. Although I do have the highest book value, that's a good sign. I was going to say I have a whole lot of track, but I don't think $750,000 just for 75 track is even close to worth it. Just my opinion. Others may differ. Let's get rid of one of these 8s for now. And get ready to milk some more shareholders. Should be in early March now, I think we're up to. Yeah. $500,000 pop, that's not bad. Decent. Okay. I don't like those 8s. I really don't. I really don't like these 8s. They're gone. Let's get rid of them. Could replace with 7s, but I think we'll just get rid of those. And I'll bring the profit level up. Yeah, that's fine, don't care. So I think I want to come down here. Probably have to connect both of these little ones. Maybe even come down, grab these on my way over. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Yeah. I don't mind 6. 6 isn't bad. At least now that I'm past the worst of the mountains, the rest of it's going to be mostly flat. This is a little bit hilly. Once I get, but I'm certainly past the brutal hill mountains over here, which is good. So one might say the hard part of the mission's done. Let's break off here somewhere if we can. Nope, not like that apparently. Alright, let's try breaking it this way. I can't afford it, but we can at least get part of the way down here. Now, if that thing had popped up and said, you know, 75 per year for a one-time payment of 750, then I might have actually taken it. But if it's just 75 once for, like, I'm not paying 10 grand per section of track. Yes, you're annoyed by me. That's fine. Thank you. I don't care. Waiting to march. Okay. Let's go ahead and make another near mill. Can I get some Pecos? I can. Slip through here. And get down to Fort Stockton. If I can find a way through. Okay, that'll do. So we may have to do a large station here just to get it close enough. Probably the same thing here, yep. Which I don't have enough for. That's fine. Actually, if I continue this track, then I may not need a large. I might get away with a smaller medium. Yeah, I'm just going to throw a small in. That's fine. Apparently Fort Stockton is not one that grants extra track. That's no fun. Anyway, let's go ahead. Oh, we don't have enough for them. We'll have to put in some maintenance and water, so we'll go there. And then we'll just connect these two to Carlsbad. By consolidation, except I don't have enough for that, so we'll have to wait another second. Fine, so be it. Oops, not El Paso. I could, but just trying to get Carlsbad. Consolidation and go. That's not a good sign. That doesn't have a single thing on it. That's not a good sign. I know these are smaller areas, but they should at least have something. There we go. Okay. Yes, yes, you don't want to pay dividends anymore. That's fine. Well, I don't think I have enough track to get down to there anymore. Maybe I'll just pop up here to La Cruza. Cruzes, or whatever that... Oh, I don't even have enough to get to that. Okay, apparently I am going to have to wait and see if they'll give me another option to buy track. Otherwise, I guess I'm only getting a bronze medal on this one. Even though I have the gold condition satisfied, I don't have the silver, so it means I only get bronze. That's disappointing. I guess in the meantime, that lets me chip away some debt, since I have nothing else I can do. Well, okay, I guess I'll take it. I really don't like that price, but I guess I'll take it. And in mid to late March, we can milk the shareholders again. Excellent. Well timed. That means the share price will jump, and that in turn means this will be worth more. Excellent. Alright. Now we still don't have a lot of track, but that should be enough, I think, to get to Sonora. Hopefully. Nope, it will not. I get to Sanderson. No. Okay, so that amount of track isn't actually useful at all. Okay, so we're not doing anything but paying off debt. That's highly disappointing. Just how much are we talking here? Yowzas. And to guarantee it, yowzas. Okie dokie. Well, he's paying a dividend as well, so I guess it's not that bad, but still, not ideal. Yes, you extortionate thieves, I will do so. Yeah, they're raking in the bucks. It's going to be really, really tough to... These are the only two I'd have a shot at, and they're both useless to me, because they're too far away to be useful. I don't like that very much. Anyway. Well, let's buy a bunch, brings the share price up, which in turn means we get more out of that. Okay. Let's see if this is enough track to get over to Sonora. No, but it's awfully close. So, with one more extortionate land grab off the government, we should be able to do it. really didn't want to have to deal with the personal wealth and stock market and all that in this mission, and from what it originally was talking about, it sounded like I didn't have to, but clearly, this is not the case. So, anyway. Yeah, it's a shame it will not let me build off of theirs. Yes, I will buy your extortionate... Anyway. Anyway, okay. Let's continue to try to get to Sonora. And hopefully Sonora is one of the ones that will actually grant us a track extension for connecting it. Hopefully it is anyway. Does not appear so. That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Now let's at least see if we can't make some money off of that. Not bad. Not bad. I guess that will have to do. Yes, of course. Because unless they start offering me more than 50 or 75 at a time, because there's not that many years left, I'm not even sure I'll get to San Antonio, let alone up to Lake Charles. But anyway, I guess we'll wait and see. You're fed up because somebody else is doing better. Uh-huh. I see. Oh, did I? I missed that last year. Whoops, that's no fun. That was careless. Yeah, I'm not even getting close to there. If I go up towards Abilene, well, that's not really helpful though, because I'm already connected to Hobbs, and that's the same network. Another thing I guess I could do is come back over here and try and connect some other stuff here, because these ones at least should still be giving rail benefit, or track benefits, but I'm not entirely sure how much that's going to be worth if it takes almost that much just to get to it. Oh, that's actually, even though it's very slow, it doesn't really care about hills, so that actually might not be a terrible one to use. Back in the west end anyway. I guess maybe Austin's slightly closer than San Antonio from here, but either way, I still don't think I'm going to get anywhere close. Yeah, not even close. Alright, let's book them again. I know they're mad at me, but I just really do not care. It's only 50. Yeah, we can make another little jump. But unless they offer me a great deal for next year, we're not going to be getting anything higher than bronze, sad to say. Even though, like I said, I got the gold condition, I just really cannot get that. I'm sure there's probably some trick to it. There probably is some way to directly influence the opponents other than just buying them out, but I have absolutely no idea how to do it. Or if it says something nice like, in the last year there's no track restrictions, go nuts. Done. I can finish it effortlessly. The only thing stopping me is this track restriction. And even if I had bought that very first one, not knowing it was all it was going to be, I'd maybe be here. Like it wouldn't really be that much different, you know? So I really don't get how you can do that. Anyway. And that's useless. Absolutely useless. Yeah, it means nothing. Like there's literally 0 point to doing that. That is definitely disappointing. I thought I was doing very well at what was marked as a very hard mission, but apparently it is only a bronze. So at this point we're just waiting for the last few months to tick by. I'll annoy those people anyway, not because it's helpful, but just because I can. And actually, I can at least end the game debt-free, which is good. I'd consider that at least an accomplishment. Shareholders won't agree, because paying off debt doesn't make them more money, so they'll be mad at me, but I don't care. Given it's the end of the game, sure. Well, that's harsh. I guess you have to actually do every single thing. It's gold or fail. That's not very nice at all. Well, anyway, folks, I think at this point I'm going to call that an episode. I guess next time I come into here, I'm going to try to play this mission over again, see if I can do a little better. But for right now, I'm going to say that's all for now. So until next time, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.